Have you been hot and dusty and tired because you've just exercised too much? You're out mowing the lawn, or you're in the gym and you just work too hard and you just reach for the shelf, and what do you get? One of those sports drinks. It's a healthy drink, and that's why we have Sue Rad today. Should you be getting a glass of water or a can of Coke, Sue?
A glass of water for most people, James.
A glass of water? I had no idea
why.
Sports drinks, I thought, were healthy.
Yeah, most people think that, but really sports drinks are just a formulated beverage that contains between 6 to 8% sugar, some electrolytes, things like salt, and colours and flavours. Some of them have some other added vitamins and minerals, but primarily they're just a sugary drink. And so for most people, this just means that they have the propensity to help you gain more weight, promote dental caries, bring on diabetes earlier, and even things like gout and high blood pressure.
I had no idea they actually had sugar in them.
They do.
Because I thought it was a healthy drink.
Well, they were actually formulated back in the 1960s, and Gatorade was the first one for the team, the football team, the Gators, and they were formulated for elite athletes. So they were never developed or invented for the ordinary person, the ordinary Aussie or Brit or American, but for elite athletes that, you know, have intensive workouts, and they were formulated in such a way to help them replace fluid and carbohydrates so they can continue to perform and win races and not become dehydrated and drop dead in the field.
Now, you were telling me even for elite athletes, though, they're a bit dangerous because they've been affecting their teeth.
Yes, well, that's right. Just published in the British, in a British Journal of Sports Medicine, they've shown that 75% of elite athletes have dental caries, and that's because they're drinking these kind of fluids, not only sugary, but they're acidic and sipping on all kinds of sugary gels. So they have the propensity for children, especially who are not elite athletes, to promote dental caries.
Well, look, as a dad, I just see the sports drinks that, they must be healthy. I have electrolytes. But it's the salt and it's the sugar. And
So for most Australians or New Zealanders who are not even meeting the national guidelines on physical activity, which are to exercise for 2.5 to 5 hours a week, sports drinks are absolutely not required. A simple glass of water will do after you've mowed that lawn or just been to the gym for half an hour or so. But if you're doing something really intensive, such as if you're planning to run a marathon, James, or if you're going to be doing some bricklaying all day long and you're already quite thin and it's going to be extremely hot, you're going to be doing this for 8 hours, we're talking strenuous activity, then sports drinks might be helpful. But for the, you know, average mum and dad and their kids, they're simply not required. So
halfway through the marathon in the middle of the day, but if you're not running it?
Yeah. So just if you can have a look here, we've got an illustration with the sugar cubes. These sports drinks can contain anywhere between about 9 and 11 teaspoons of sugar in a bottle.
I had no idea.
So that's really very similar to a can of soft drink. So people think, you know, they're very healthy. Some people think they're even healthier than water simply because they're promoted as sports. Well, that's right. But they're just another way to consume sugar, which for most people is not required.
Sometimes they're in the healthy part of the, you know, next to the orange juice and stuff in the fridge, and the Cokes are in the other cabinet.
So you've got to be really careful and not be misled by all these clever marketing strategies, because although they're formulated for these elite athletes, they're unfortunately promoted to the masses and they're widely available next to all the other drinks, but really you need to consider them as just another sugary drink out there with the lemonades and the colas of the world, and used judiciously, if at all.
So you're exercising hard, the best drink is still?
Water.
Still water.
Simple water, and you know, followed up by a good healthy meal. For most people, that's all that's required.
Well, Sue, I just hope that everyone is exercising more, that we're feeling thirsty. I need to feel thirsty more often.
That's true, and often, you know, by the time people do feel thirsty, by the time that thirst mechanism kicks in, they're already dehydrated. So it's important to drink plenty of water before you exercise, during your activity, and even afterwards.
So there you have it, folks. If you're feeling thirsty, reach for a glass of water. If you're not thirsty, reach for a glass of water. If you're exercising, just drink water, isn't it?
The best way to go.
Thanks, Sue, so much. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.